Hello, spooky crew. Our tote bag drawing is officially closed, and we just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who entered. We are so grateful for the love and the support, and we have loved reading your reviews. Missed the tote? No worries. We're still sending out high-quality vinyl stickers while supplies last. Just email us proof of your rating and review along with your mailing address to thespookydarlings@gmail.com, and we'll get one headed your way. Quick promise, your address is only for mailing the sticker. No emails, no selling info, no funny business, just spooky gratitude. Thanks again for supporting the show. You are the reason we do this.
You're listening to the Spooky Darlings, where three sisters love to have a follow-up Friday. I'm Haley.
I'm Nettie.
I'm Emily.
And what's happening? Nettie, you've got a thing for us.
Yes. Well, first of all, nice to see both of you because I've been in Mexico for a week, and so I've missed your faces.
You're so tan.
We did like a kind of big, oh, thank you. I mean, if it's a compliment, thank you. But yes, I acknowledge your ability to see my bronze color, my sunned color. So I've missed you guys. We did like a big kind of recording day where we did a bunch of episodes, and then we all sort of took a week and a half or 2 weeks off. Gosh, it's been a bit.
Like almost 2 weeks, I think.
Yes. So this FUF, our follow-up Friday episode, will be coming out a little bit late because we're actually recording it on Friday morning, which is the morning we normally publish. We usually actually record it a week. And I know I promised no mistakes and I'm already making them. We usually actually record it about a week in advance. So this will be fun because it's all going to be current and not quite live, but nearly live.
And now.
Yeah. So first of all, how's your weeks?
Well, Nettie, tell us about Mexico.
Oh, sure. I'll start. I'll tell you about Mexico. Okay. So we went to Aura Resort, which is a secrets and adults only all-inclusive in Mexico. And so we're part of the Hyatt World Resort Unlimited Vacation Club thing. So when I was booking it, we were using free nights. So I went in to book it and I could not get the resort I wanted, which was Maroma Beach, which had just been available a couple of days before. So I ended up calling and asking for help. And I was like, look, I wanted Maroma Beach, but it's suddenly not available. And the guy's like, oh, oof, yeah, you should have booked that when you saw it. And I was like, well, I didn't. So there are so many Hyatt family and Unlimited Vacation Club family resorts in the Cancun area. I was like, surely there is another one available. I'm making the story way longer than it needs to be. Surely there's another one available. So he was taking me through them. Most of them were like dreams. And I was like, no, we really want adults only. We love kids, but I can't relax with kids around. On vacation, I'm like worried that no one else is watching them. So I end up spending my entire vacation just watching other people's kids, making sure that they're not
on alert,
going to drown or anything. So I was like, we need adults only. And he goes, oh. So I had told him the dates and they were pretty unflexible for my husband's work schedule and my work schedule. And he started going, well, have you considered Aura? And I was like, I'm sorry, could you say that again? And he's like, Aura, have you considered that resort? And I was like, Aura? And he's like, yeah, yes, in Cozumel. And I was like, I'm sorry, are you saying Aura? I can't go now because Aura means now. And I was like, I told you the dates. I can't go now. And he was like, no. Aura. And I was like, oh, the name of the resort is Secrets Aura, Aura. So anyway, that was the first clue that my Spanish has waned terribly and that I'm so out of practice. The second clue that my Spanish is absolutely horrible is that Brent and I went for, this might have been actually the fourth or fifth clue. Brent and I went into the town of San Miguel Cozumel to get pedicures. And I walked in and immediately forgot every word of Spanish. I was literally like, hola, queremos los para los zapatos. And they're just looking at me, and I was like, "Hablas inglés?" And they're like, "No." And then she goes, "Quieren pedicures?" And I was like, "See, pedicures." And then I tried to say sorry for my toes because it had been so long since I'd had a pedicure. And I flippin' said, "Lo siento para los dedos. Son muy mal." Emily?
Dedos means fingers, right? Wait, no.
Pretty sure it means farts.
Pedos.
Literally
No.
said.
Pedos means fart with a P.
Oh, then I'm fine. My Spanish is fine.
I'm not sure that's the takeaway you should have from that.
And then I tried to explain to them when it dawned on me, like 5 minutes later, I was like, "Oh, shoot, did I just tell them I was sorry for my farts? They're very bad." When I meant to say I'm sorry for my toes, they're very bad. And then I tried to explain, and I was like, "Un momento." And then I was pointing to my toes going, "Pedos, correcto?" And they both, this is why they got really wide-eyed.
And then you did say farts.
And then the girl was like, the equivalent in Spanish of, "Alexa, play some music, please." And I was like, "Yes, good idea.
My gosh.
Good idea. Let's play music." Anyways, got a gorgeous pedicure, though.
Well, wonderful.
perfect.
Glad you took us on that.
Oh, gosh. My Spanish, though, is just so bad.
You
But
called them your foot fingers or something by accident and then got real worried you accidentally said foot farts.
And then she did say farts.
I didn't even
my
say feet. I
gosh.
couldn't remember the word for feet. I just remembered shoes. I was like, zapatos.
That's so reminds me so much of Oliver insisting that your knuckles are your hand elbows. Like you're like my fingers, my foot fingers.
Even
Hand
Brent was
elbows.
like, "I've never hand." You're like, "Or." Knuckles. And he's like, "Or." hand
And elbows.
Brent was even like, "Yeah, no, you forgot every word." Every word. When I left, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I just feel like every Spanish word I've ever known escaped me the minute we walked into that store." And he was like, "Yeah." It was.
He's like, that was pretty bad.
It's worse than you
bad.
realize, Nettie.
It was so.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What's the word? It was so like. I
Comical?
had a dawn of realization that I might need to actually spend some time.
I think we need a sisters immersive Spanish experience so we can all get
Yes.
back our whatever amount of Spanish that we ever have had that we feel like we've lost.
Ahora, Emily?
Yes.
Can we do a ahora at ahora? It was a really fun resort. I loved Cozumel. I was a little nervous because I was like, "Why is it the last one available?" And because it was like apparently the only one I could book. But we were like, "When can we come back?" The beach was white sand. It was beautiful. The crowd was really nice. Like just a nice group, nice people snorkeling right off the beach. So it was weird because you know how when we went to Bahia Mita together, how it was like kind of a rough coast and you had to like walk on those slippery, sharp rocks.
Oh, yeah.
And so we just didn't get in the ocean.
Yeah, Jordan
So
had a
this-
grudge against that beach for a while after.
Yeah.
I know. And I weirdly took it personally. Like, I'm not the beach. What? I didn't make it. But it was really, really nice, like soft white sand, but you did have to sort of walk over kind of like some reef, but the reef was not sharp. It was almost like you'd step on it, you go, "Oh, there's a soft rock." It was just, I mean, I recommend if you could go to Aura Cozumel, I recommend water shoes. I ended up actually buying a pair from the store.
If you step on a soft rock, it's probably not a rock. And I'm not trying to alarm you like after
No,
the
it's
fact.
like, it's coated with like a moss or something is what I mean by a soft rock. Yeah. And wiggling. It was a soft rock that wiggled and tried to bite you.
Ooh.
I hate it. I hate it.
We should go. It was so much fun. And we did one day. We just ended up loving the resort so much. We just stayed on the resort. We were there 6 nights, 7 days, 6 nights. Well, 6 days and 1 morning. But we ended up only doing 1 day's excursion where we rented a Jeep and then drove up or down the coast to this like other little beach where there's an alligator or a crocodile sanctuary that's not part of the ocean.
Scary.
But you can like climb this tower. I'll send a picture, Emily, and we can put it in the perhaps put it in the socials. and you can see kind of like down into this swampy crocodile sanctuary. And then you go up the coast a little bit from there, and there is the most beautiful white sand beach and tons of snorkeling. And there were no coral reefs to walk across on this one. Also, I don't know if coral reef is the right word. It was like just some stone, because I know Mexico is pretty protective of its actual coral reef, but you had to just sort of walk across it, and then you get out to the white sand at our resort. But at this other place, it was just paradise, white sand. Oh. And a guy bringing you frozen margaritas for $18 a pop. So American prices. Ooh. American prices indeed, but Brent was like, because I was like, gosh, this was more expensive than I thought. And he's like, well, we're paying for the beach. I mean, this beach is amazing. He's like, I'd want to bring my kids here. Of course, he wanted to swim out to the buoy that was the farthest sight line. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's much farther than you think. And he's like, I'm pretty sure that's where they're telling us we can swim to.
No, I don't like that.
I got to one point where I was like, you may go alone now. I'm turning around.
Hey, the ocean is scary.
He turned around with me, but he would have been fine. The ocean is scary. This whole beach though was like waist or chest deep. Like you'd swim out forever and you're still waist or chest high. You know, It's just one of those.
Look, most shark attacks happen in like hip deep water.
Yeah. Yes. That's scary.
And the most dangerous time of flying is with takeoff. I mean, I just have these facts.
And landing?
The most dangerous time of flying is takeoff. The second most dangerous time of flying is...
What's the third most?
Flying.
Somewhere in between.
In the middle. The most dangerous time of a scary story is when you guys decide to separate. And I see that that's exactly what you decided to do in that moment with Brent out in the middle of the scary, scary ocean.
Well, do you guys know that I have no control over that man?
I do know. I do know.
Do you remember when...
And that's the premise for the horror movie we're going to write together.
Coming soon to theaters near you.
Remember when we went to Hawaii when I was like 7 months pregnant with Theo, and he was like, hey, let's snorkel out to that island. And it was the exact same story. I was like, it looks much further. And he's like, oh, it's not. It's fine. I was so exhausted. I was 7 months pregnant, so tired. I just kept imagining giving birth like while swimming back. I was like, I'm gonna have this baby on my way back from the island. I can't remember where we were in Hawaii, but yeah. Anyways.
Did it.
Sometimes I just got to say, you can go by yourself, sir. But yeah, Mexico was so much fun. Yay. I can't wait because I believe the next time I go to Mexico, I'm hoping it'll be with you two for my birthday next year.
I hope so.
Yes.
We got to plan it. Okay, so speaking of horror films and films, are you guys watching anything good lately? Because I have something.
I've been in Mexico, so I've been watching The Beach, and it was good.
Okay, so I started 2 different shows, and one of them was a winner and one of them was a loser. Okay, so have you guys heard about Widow's Bay?
Yes. Heard about it. It's next in my queue.
Yeah, it's a horror comedy from one of the creators of Parks and Rec. I've watched 2 episodes so far, and I'm hooked. I really enjoyed it. It's that perfect combination of suspense and comedy and weird, and also just like jump scares. And I mean, it's great. So I'm enjoying it a lot so far. We tried.
I was not expecting you to say from one of the creators of Parks and Rec.
No.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's a great, I don't know,
I love it. I'm so
excited.
This makes me even more excited.
Also, okay, I started watching the show From, which I thought was going to be great, and it's just awful, guys. No. The script is bad and it's poorly acted. Every phrase, you're like, that's awkward. Nobody talks like this. It's just very weird.
Well, and I don't think I know anything about it. Who is in it? Who directed it?
A couple actors whose faces you might recognize, but you probably don't know their names or what they've been in. Maybe some,
we'll just avoid this show altogether.
Yeah. I just didn't enjoy it. Maybe, listen, if somebody that I trust is like, no, give it another episode, give it a shot. Like maybe I'd give it another shot, but it was excruciating watching the first episode. Like the premise is kind of like this weird town where once you enter, you can't leave, and there is maybe like a zombie or vampire element.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's definitely something supernatural, and it sounded like enticing, but it just was not good.
Got it.
So it's called From. I'm writing it on my list of things to not watch, which is longer than my list of things to watch.
Perfect. You're going to be like,
man.
shoot, I forgot to check my not watch list, and I accidentally watched it.
Wait, did I already tell you guys that I started watching the show Lie to Me? Did we talk about this on our last one?
No, but lots of people love that show. What do you think about it?
Well, so I started watching it because with this Taylor Frankie Paul and Dakota stuff from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, everyone was comparing Dakota to the character Stephen DeMarco. And so I started watching the show, and I was on like episode 3, and Jason came home a little late from work. And so I was on episode 3. He sat down. I was like, oh, do you want me to change this? Because I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this show very much. He's like, no, I'm going to scroll on YouTube on my phone. And so then he started watching the show with me, and he was like, what the heck are you watching? And I was like, look, I can change it, but if you don't mind, like, you're allowed to make commentary on the show, because it's a little, dramatic and
for sure.
stuff like that.
You're like, if you'll sit here and let me watch it, I'll let you make fun of it.
So by the end of just the first evening of Jason watching this show with me, he would refute this, but he was hooked. And also, it's like college. It's like kids in college, but like 30-year-olds playing kids in college. And
right, it's kids in master's programs.
Yes, and some of them. And then so he started calling it my slut show, because there's a lot of nudity and like sex scenes in at least the first season. There's 3 seasons of the show, but I do have to say the
Mom
comparison.
And Dad, if you're listening,
oh yeah, Mom and Dad, if you're listening, don't watch it.
Don't watch it. You don't want to.
It's Jason called it my slut show, but he got mad at me when I didn't come to bed for us to watch it together.
Like, why did you come to bed? I had your slut show all queued up.
Literally, Nettie, literally. That's like
it's exact words.
And so this comparison of Stephen DeMarco to Dakota is very accurate.
Really?
Like making getting a video of you that's incriminating, and then it's released at a very inconvenient time for you, which is what Dakota did to Taylor Frankie Paul.
Did he base his actions on the DeMarco guy? Stephen DeMarco?
Stephen DeMarco. I would not be surprised if Dakota watched the show and he was like, that's my hero.
He's like, oh, wait, hold on. I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a meeting with Frankie. Or
Taylor Frankie Paul.
Frankie Paul. I don't know why I just called her Frankie. I have a meeting with TFP.
Yeah.
I need to watch my show to take notes. Well, I'm going to add that to my list of things not to watch, Mom and Dad. Just kidding, girls. I'm adding it on my list of things to watch.
Did you guys ever watch that? I mean, just speaking of like saucy, dramatic stuff, but like, did you guys ever watch that Will Ferrell, Kristen Wiig Lifetime movie?
I want
called
to.
A Deadly Adoption.
I want to.
I want to.
I want to also. In fact, I actually, like, Jordan and I were looking for something to watch the other day, and I was like, hear me out. Let's watch this Lifetime movie with Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell. And he, like, I just saw him, like, die inside a little bit before he was like, I just have to say no. I'm really sorry. I just can't watch A Deadly Adoption.
He's like, I have so little free time.
But it's Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell.
I mean, how can you say no? No, he knew. He was like, I can't. But so anyway, Sister Trip, let's watch it.
Yes.
A sister trip to the film site of A Deadly Adoption.
Perfect.
We will do it.
So funny.
So we were talking about things that were good and things that were not. On the plane, I tried to watch a Julia Roberts movie that was like released in 2025, and literally the name was just in my head up until like 1 second ago, where she plays a college professor, and
you want us to
Like-
start naming Julia Roberts movies?
No. I
Pretty
love
Woman.
that idea, but actually, I think it's
Pretty Woman Professor.
Pretty Woman Professor is definitely what it's called. It was called, I actually Googled it on the plane, like with my Wi-Fi, because I was like trying to figure out if I should try to keep watching it.
Is it called Mona Lisa Smile? Because that was made
it was
in
a
2003.
2025 Julia Roberts movie.
After
It did
the
not
Hunt?
get good. After the Hunt. Thank you.
Oh.
So after the Hunt, I got like 15 minutes in. First of all, the first 2 minutes of it, I kept like adjusting my headphones because I was like, something is wrong with my headphones or with this, because it kept doing this like tick, 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 like rhythmic. And at first I was like, oh, maybe they're just indicating time passing and it's like a clock. But it went on
It was a
for like the
cinematic
first
choice.
4 minutes of the show. It went on way too long to the point where I was like, something is wrong with my headphones. Like where I stopped the movie and started a different show to see if it was happening in all of it. And I was like, okay, it's not. And then I put it back on the movie and it was still doing it. So then I fast forwarded the movie. And I was like, okay, I guess it's on purpose.
Oh, no.
So that was the first red flag. And then I just couldn't handle this group of professors all sitting around in their jackets with their wine with their grad students.
Yeah.
Just the way they were speaking. And so I finally Googled it. It was like, it did pretty bad on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a weird for a Julia Roberts movie. And people
So
were
you
like,
had to pay for Wi-Fi on the plane to figure out that the movie had horrible reviews.
well, I get free Wi-Fi because I'm a Delta Sky Miles member. But I just switched and I started to watch the new Matlock series with Kathy Bates. And I was so sad when I finished the 3rd episode and there weren't any more episodes for me to watch. I was like, oh, you only gave me 3 episodes? It was so fun.
And we have an uncle who's named Matlock.
Guess
We
what?
do.
Our uncle, who is now deceased, was
Andy
Griffith's
Urologist.
urologist. And Matlock was named for him. So we're famous, and you're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome,
Yeah,
Laura.
I went and
is
watched
true.
the movie Project Hail Mary with my husband and son, and it was really good. It was just cute and fun, and like I didn't have any idea what it was about when I went in. I knew it was something space, blah blah, but like it was cute and good, and I would recommend it.
I have read the book years
yeah.
ago. I read it a long time ago. Andy Weir, right? Weir.
Yeah, the same guy that wrote The Martian.
And Ryan Gosling is an American treasure.
I do love Ryan Gosling. I didn't realize he was in The Martian
No,
He's in Project Hail Mary.
or Project Hail Mary.
He's not in The
I didn't realize
Martian.
he was in either of those.
Not in The Martian.
This is our new podcast series called Misinformation.
It's called Nettie Forgets All Her English and her Spanish.
Oh, perfect.
She forgets it all.
Okay, Nettie,
so-
what's
but-
next? Oh, go ahead.
Well, did you guys have anything else new going on this week? Like, what have you been up to? Because I went to Mexico, so what did you guys do?
I just stayed here in my dumb house.
I just had to go to
town.
work.
Well, it's so funny. Brent worked so much on this trip, and we actually had a work day. I think I texted you guys like, guess what we're doing today? Where he's like, we like did a family meeting, a financial review, and he's so excited about the way he's organizing things now that he keeps like sending me emails that he'll like I was laying in bed like half asleep, like looking at TikToks, and he's just hovering over me, going, "Hey, I sent you an email. Did you get it?" And I'm like, "No, let me check it." I was kind of looking at TikToks and sleeping. And I'm like, "Oh, thank you. It's an email from Claude detailing that I need to click on the family financial folder and add my banking statements to it. Thank you." And he's like, "Did you click on the link?" And he's all excited. I'm like, "No, let me do it." I click on it and I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Is it working?" I'm like, "I think so. It's just trying to upload." And I'm like, "Oh no, it says it's an unsupported file." And he's like, "That's what I thought." And then just goes back to his computer. And I'm like, "What?" This is what this man's doing for fun right now. But yeah.
That's great.
Anyway.
Okay.
So wait, I have a transition. Hold on, because it was a good one. I just have to get to it. From our chaos to other people's chaos. Haley, I think we're ready for you. What are you going to tell us?
Well, okay. So, first of all, correction. I watched Vanderpump Villa Dad Talk was not removed from the episode. And Jordan had a whole like story arc in
The worst.
He's the worst. Had a whole story arc in Vanderpump Villa, but Dakota was like very much cut out of that episode, which I'm very glad for, because he is proving, and there's evidence to back this up, he's proving to just be the worst. And I'm not saying that I think Taylor Frankie Paul's behavior is by any means like okay, because like Taylor, you are a mother and like an example for these kids. I also think that two things can be true, that she very much is being provoked. And so so we have updates with the court. So court happened yesterday, and the judge, I think, was great. I think he's doing his best to be like impartial. And I think he is also really doing his best to be educated on domestic violence, because there is domestic violence in this case involving custody of Ever, who is the child between Taylor and Dakota, for anyone who doesn't know, on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And Dakota, I think, is reaping the rewards of what he did. He wanted to destroy.
Right.
And Jessie Draper, she has like commented on this. Dakota was trying to destroy her. And
well, she made an official court statement, didn't she?
she did. She was what was the official like term they used?
She was like a character witness or
A
something.
character witness for Taylor,
Right.
in support of Taylor getting custody back, which the judge has said he will come to a decision on by May 11th. And so Jessie Draper, in defense of Taylor, made a statement in court. And also, I was incorrect on yesterday's hearing. Taylor and Dakota were present. I thought that they were going to just be virtual like they have been on the previous court date. And so the judge has like officially said that he thinks while Taylor is more reactive after he has been able to review the evidence of multiple incidents, Dakota is more deliberate and subtle with manipulation, and he is obsessed with Taylor. He also talked about how Taylor is obsessed with Dakota, but he very much was like made a statement on how obsessed Dakota is with Taylor. And
well, I think the best quote I saw, my favorite, because I've been watching little clips, was when they said, the lawyer said, he's not in fear of Taylor, he's obsessed with Taylor.
Yes.
There's a huge difference.
Yes. And Dakota
was like, mic drop.
Yes. And Dakota was trying to claim that Taylor's bruises were because Dakota was defending himself from Taylor. And the judge just struck that down. The judge was like,
don't you see my scratch?
My little scratch.
My scratch on my arm.
And his dumb bloody nose that was obviously ketchup.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun to see tons of medical experts come in and weigh on it, being like, hi,
if
I'm
this
an
is
EMT here. Hi, I'm a nurse. Hi, I'm a doctor. This is not blood.
And then they
if
all
it is,
were like,
he needs to go to a specialist.
Yes, exactly. And also the judge did call out Dakota for releasing that video 3 years after the incident.
Yeah. Well, and in Jessie's statement, she said she walked into her basement and heard Dakota say, I'm gonna release that video. Because he had been trying to get Dakota. He'd been like, right before
Dakota
the
had been trying to get Taylor.
Did I just say the wrong? Yeah. Dakota had been trying to get Taylor to respond, to interact with him. And she was kind of, I think, like gray rocking him a little bit. She was like, no, I've got this stuff going on. I'm not going to let you get involved. And he just was like, that's it. I'm going to do what I've been threatening to do. She heard him telling some guy named Crew.
Yeah.
Or True or Blue or something.
Crew. His roommate. And it's his roommate. His roommate is named Crew. who is the
So
blonde version of Dakota. And
that he was going to release the video, which he had. And this was the other thing the lawyer pointed out, is that if he, like, you know, is actually worried about Ever's safety, all of the information he had, he has had for 3 years.
Yes.
He had that video that he released, he's had for 3 years, and he waits until...
And it's not just that video, and the judge calls out on multiple videos how he was like, he's like, I have never seen this before. It is very strange how only one party is having videos that they recorded themselves. And it's not that it's security footage. It is that he presses record on his phone, and the judge says it is very strange, and I have never seen this before. And also talks about how Dakota is looking into the camera a lot.
Yes.
On these videos.
Oh, he is so performative.
And so the judge, he's just like, Dakota is much more manipulative. And I think the judge even may have used the word conniving. And
that's a good word.
And he says, and why with all of this, Taylor is just reactive. And
I've just been so proud of her for actually kind of mostly staying out of it. Most of her communication has been like through the court system.
She's deleted her social. On court day, she did reactivate her account. But
okay.
So she is back on social media, but she was gone for a week, which when your business is what Taylor's business is, that's a long time.
Yeah, that is. Yes.
Did you guys see? I mean, you probably did. Like I know our last FUF, we talked about this, and I was trying to put my finger on which cartoon Bloodshot cartoon character looked like Dakota, and I really think I nailed it. I found it. It was Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy, and he looked just
so
like
obvious
Dakota.
Now that you say it.
Now that I say it, it took us a second to get there, but
Hey, listen, let's add that to our list of photos. So
no, that was Dakota, it was on our photos last week.
Just kidding.
Last FUF.
You did it.
Emily
I knew that.
Nailed it.
We might repeat it. It might be a revisit.
Well, we could use the same photos.
Hey, but listeners, do you have any suggestions for a Dakota deplorable doppelganger? We already got Ren and Stimpy. He's taken. But we would love another one. We'd love to do a whole series of Dakota deplorable doppelgangers.
Yeah, the Bloodshot Eyes Patrick from SpongeBob was good, but I like Patrick too much to really have him represent. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Just like to kind of like wrap up the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I really feel like Jesse backing up Taylor is a great move. I am disappointed that a lot of the other women with this new Orange County Secret Lives of Mormon Wives seem to be dropping Taylor when Taylor is the reason Secret Lives of Mormon Wives even exists. And they all also seem a little too excited for my taste to be maybe like not having Taylor back on the show. But from what I understand, it is Taylor's choice if she goes back to record. And I don't even remember their names. I know Macy's little sister is going to be on there and like a few other ladies. But Nettie, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say, I feel like I've seen a lot of a lot of support towards Taylor, like especially from Jesse and from Macy. I know Michaela made a statement.
Macy is not supporting Taylor.
Oh, I thought she was. I thought she made statements like, because she's the one that went on the, what podcast where she was like, if you'll notice that Dakota always ruins events for Taylor. And this was a while ago.
Yeah, that's from a while ago. Recently, Jesse
but it was from a while
supportive.
ago. But it was from a while ago, but after the release of the video. But I just don't feel like I don't know. Michaela, I know, is the only one that I know that made a statement that said she was not comfortable filming with Taylor. So, which I thought was weird.
The Macy I think it's from the Vial Falls, or I might be
Vial
Files or something.
But Vial Falls is a really good title too.
Look, I don't know. But I think that's from 2025. I'm pretty sure. Because Macy has always been vocal about how terrible Dakota is. Maybe Macy reached her limit with Taylor of always going back to Dakota.
Well, and you got to wonder all of them probably have what do you call, like, the people that sort of help your social image. And so probably when this came out, like in February, and the video was released, where it
In
looks like the
March,
stool, I thought it was in February
And
that Dakota
I mean,
released the video.
We do.
But I just wonder, just real quick, I wonder if they were like, oh, how do I respond to this? And they're like, well, it looks like child abuse. I think the best response is to say that you don't support it and you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then it's just been interesting to watch this like morph on TikTok, to have so many women who've been victims of domestic violence, and all the people pointing out how Dakota is the one that moved towards the child and put the child between him and Taylor. And did you guys see that TikTok where the girl's like, oh, Taylor, oh, wait, you want to pull my hair? Here, let me bend down so you can reach it. Oh, ow, here, get a better handful. And then she's holding a doll. Taylor, there's a child. Taylor.
Yeah.
And he's like holding the child between.
Yeah.
Just say that
I
just
kind of like,
in the same voice as that gay guy with his friend that's like, Veronica, come here, or whatever her name is. Like,
Victoria.
Getting her to cross the street.
Victoria, wait. Victoria, hurry up, no.
Victoria, why do you look poor?
Victoria, ew.
Victoria, ew. So
gosh,
the
I
video
love that.
was released like mid-March. And Macy's podcast was before then.
Okay.
And so from mid-March, Jessie Draper is the most consistently supportive of Taylor.
Yes.
The rest of the girls have been either silent or not supportive. Layla is the most vocally unsupportive of Taylor. Layla is also in her early 20s. I mean,
yeah, she's
and so
young.
Also, like, we don't know what's going on behind. I'm just, for me personally, I think that Taylor has been completely victimized by Dakota. I don't think that Taylor has always made the best decisions, but also I think that exactly. And like, I also think that, ladies, you're trying to buck the patriarchy. So maybe rally behind the woman who gave you the platform that you're on.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's been surprising to me to see any Dakota support, honestly, when people are like,
always
you guys,
so shocked.
Whenever I read people's comments, you guys, he's trying his best. I'm like, is he?
But he's not.
Are we watching the same footage?
But girl,
I think that distancing yourself from Taylor's situation at this stage isn't the same as supporting Dakota, though. And I think they're sometimes
I'm
two
talking
different
about
things
actual
going on.
comments.
Yeah.
I'm talking about actual comments of people saying
internet users.
Yes.
No, that's
agree,
wild.
Amy.
But yeah, I mean, I think they're all probably very carefully trying to protect their own reputations and images. And that sucks.
And I don't think any of the Mormon wives are supportive of Dakota, even if they're saying they don't want to film with Taylor.
Right. Like, I don't think so.
One of them.
That's
Only
not an
Layla
excuse.
is
It's not being a
saying
good
that-
friend.
Only Layla is saying, well, there's two sides to every story, you guys. And
Well,
so
that's true.
Well, she's wrong. There's three sides to every story. The first side, the second side, and the truth. Okay.
And then the fourth side is how we find out about it and tell about it. And that's the best one.
That's the best one. Our side.
Our side.
Welcome to it.
But yeah, what is there anything I missed? Did you guys see anything that I didn't know?
No, all my information comes from you, and I really appreciate it. Wait, so Nettie, did you still want to talk about the scientists or no?
Yes.
Okay, because we just didn't follow the order of your outline.
No, the order went for Haley's Secret Lives and then goes to the scientists, because the segue is from those secrets to something darker.
From those secrets to those scientists?
No,
Okay.
Hold on. Speaking of secrets, this next one feels a lot darker, because we go from Secret Lives to the scientists. Yeah. In my outline, the pop culture segment was 4 and the scientist was 5.
Okay.
Ah. I love
At least
this.
according to mine. Did I send you guys
You
a
just
mixed up
gave
one?
us something a little crazy and mixed up, but I am glad to hear that you're talking about it because I'm
I
fascinated.
just gave you guys the bullet pointed version.
Speaking of bullets,
It goes.
some
it
bullets are
goes
hitting scientists.
Mormon Wives update. What's new?
Oh, hey,
and
we're
then
good.
it goes transition to 5 scientists.
This is going in the episode, so
I know. I don't want our listeners to think I've ever been wrong.
Okay.
hey, listen
You're
to
right.
this
I'm just kidding.
segue. Speaking of bullet points, some bullets have hit some scientists. Nettie, tell us about it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So if you have been watching, can you guys still see me? Because I just clicked off of that so I can get to my list. Okay. So if you guys have been watching any news at all, you've seen that there have been, since 2022, a bunch of scientists have gone missing, have gone, they've either died or disappeared under mysterious circumstances. So I'm just going to kind of take you through a chronology. Feel free to jump in. I'm going to do a very brief overview of each of them. But these are the American ones, because apparently there's also some Chinese ones, and I can talk about them briefly too. But this is very weird because all of these scientists have been working in either like anti-gravity, jet propulsion, like free energy, anything that would move us away from oil, or alien type things like UFO, UAP type things. And it's not abnormal that someone working in the science field would go missing or would decide to end their own life. But what's abnormal is the vast number of scientists and how many of them are working in like studying the same thing. So starting in 2022, a scientist named Amy Eskridge committed suicide. And what's strange about this is she had released videos and she was about to publish her findings, and had released videos saying that she was very scared, that she was receiving threats. And if you watch the videos, she's kind of laughy, jokey, and you're kind of like, how serious is she? Because she's sort of like, oh, people are going through my underwear drawer. I'm getting threats. But she's kind of smiling through it. But there's like real fear there. And she also had told family members and friends that she was not suicidal. However, her dad, who is also a NASA scientist, I believe, has come out and said, there's no conspiracy here. She decided to end her own life, like quit looking into it, which I personally find strange.
Maybe they, the quote unquote, they threatened the rest of his family.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I think, but that's just me supposing. But she co-founded the Institute for Exotic Scientists, and like she seemed kind of amazing and super smart. So that was in 2022. And it was sort of like her death was almost brought to the surface again when all these other deaths happened later. So chronologically, the next one was Michael David Hicks in 2023, and he was a NASA jet propulsion scientist. And I believe that his death is, they don't know how he died. And he was 59, so he wasn't like super, he was young.
Yeah.
He worked on NASA's DART program, which was testing to see if it would be possible to deflect an asteroid, which I just find interesting with that asteroid type thing that was coming through. Everyone's like, what is that exactly that, suddenly we don't hear about anymore, but was supposed to circle around the sun and then come back our way? Okay, so that was 2023. That was July 2023, July 30th. Then July 4th, 2024, Frank Maywald, who was another jet propulsion and researcher, he died at the age of 61, and they didn't release the cause of his death. It's not official, like they won't release it to the public, so we don't know how he died or why, but he, again, was young. Then Anthony Chavez, he was an employee at the Los Alamos National Laboratory. He disappeared, and he was last seen leaving his home on foot. And what was weird about this, and this happened with several of them, he left on foot very suddenly. He didn't take his cell phone. He didn't take his wallet. He didn't take anything with him. He left everything at home. And was this the guy that took the gun? This might have been the guy that took the gun with him. Yeah, so they did like an exhaustive search for him and found nothing. No sign of activity, like with his phone, with his bank accounts, nothing. And there was no sign that he was planning to leave. And
it's very
so
strange.
this is, yeah, well, it's very weird. And he was 78, so he's a little bit older, but like it's not that old. And his friends and family, from what I read, like they didn't say that he was having cognitive decline or anything. But all of the official reports are no foul play is suspected. Like that's kind of what people say.
I mean,
so
as an isolated incident, it's not really alarming, but with all of these incidents.
Yes. So then there was Monica Jacinto Reza, And she was 60. She's an aerospace engineer. And she also was working in jet propulsion. She was working for the Jet Propulsion Laboratory Aerospace or Aerojet Rocketdyne project. I think she was working at the same place as Frank Maywald. I believe that they were coworkers. She was an aerospace engineer and she disappeared while hiking. You guys probably heard about this. She was hiking with a friend who was just walking ahead of her and turned around and saw her. She's doing fine. Like she wasn't even too far behind. It's not like, I think she was walking with a male companion, like a friend. It's not like he was super far ahead of her. He said it was like they were talking and walking like a normal hiking distance. You know how sometimes when you hike with people, you're not necessarily like, I know when we hike together, it's more of like a stroll and we're like shoulder to shoulder, but
we stay together.
Like he turned around and she is just gone. No sign of her. Nothing left behind. It is very strange. Yeah, jet propulsion again. Then there was Melissa Casillas. She disappeared in June of 2025. She worked again at the Los Alamos National Laboratory, which is the same place that Anthony Chavez worked. So again, we're having like crossovers of people working from the same places. Mm. And she was seen walking on a highway near Talpa, New Mexico in June. And she just left, just like the other guy, with nothing with her. And like all her belongings, wallet, cell phone, everything. She had a phone. No, she left behind her phone, which she had just factory reset right before her disappearance.
Weird.
And they just said it's an open missing person investigation. But again, no foul play is suspected. Why is no foul play suspected? I would hope that if I went missing and I had factory reset my phone and I left behind all my belongings, which I would never do.
Never.
That they'd be like, oh, we don't think anything bad happened to her. There's nothing to see here.
At least take us with you.
Don't you feel like we would trust it more if they were like, no foul play is suspected yet, so that at least we'd know they're looking?
Could they do a ...
I agree, Emily. That is a good point. It's almost like far we haven't found anything suspicious. We're still looking into it.
Yeah, I know. It would be nice if they were like, evidence so far doesn't give us the conclusion of no foul play, but we're looking. Like, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear, like, we are trying to get to the bottom of this instead of, like, it just feels like they're brushing things aside with that language. Mm-hmm. And we just can't ignore that there's definitely something that's not right.
So, absolutely. So then Stephen Garcia, he worked for the Kansas City National Security Campus as a contract employee, and he manufactured non-nuclear components for nuclear weapons. And he was last seen leaving his home in Albuquerque on foot. He's the one that was carrying a gun. He left only holding a gun, nothing else. Wallet left behind, cell phone left behind. Just left carrying a gun. A scientist, like, that's not your usual,
and it's not
the group of people.
It's not the first scientist to disappear with a gun.
The other one, I'm not sure if the other one I said actually had the gun. I think I was mixing up the two. I said, this might have been the guy with the gun. I think, no, it's fine. But maybe, Haley, maybe. I don't know. The other one didn't say it. I just was like, oh, is this the guy that had the gun? But it was actually Stephen Garcia that for sure had the gun. Okay, now you guys have probably heard about this one, Josh LeBlanc. He was a NASA nuclear engineer, and he's the one that like took off driving in his Tesla, and the Tesla just like went around, like drove around for a long time, and then just like crashed and burned. Do you guys remember?
Oh my
seeing
gosh.
This? Which I don't know if you've seen those reports where they're saying like all of these electronic cars, the government has the ability to take over the car and drive it. And so they're saying like, if you're like, don't drive an electronic car. If you like a Tesla or any kind of electronic car, if you are, working in a field where you think someone might want to take you out, because that would be the easiest way to do it.
Also, that reminds me of the Anne Hesh.
Yes.
Her car was seen on like a Ring doorbell camera going at a crazy speed, and it crashed. And then there's that drone footage or helicopter footage of her sitting up in the body bag trying to
Yes.
get out, and the EMT lays her back down, which I
my
think is
gosh.
so weird.
Yeah, and that was like that was long enough ago that was not AI. We all saw that video. There's no way it was. Yeah. Oh, let me get back to my list.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, no, you're fine. I was saying that to myself because I was clicking on the computer. But yes, it does make you kind of think, like, what are we? We're just giving people so much control. Okay, then there's Nuno Loureiro, worked at MIT in the Plasma Science and Fusion Center, researching plasma physics, nuclear fusion energy, solar flare physics. And this person was murdered, and it says this is solved. It says he was shot multiple times in the foyer of his Brookline, Massachusetts home on December 15th, 2025. So just a few months ago, when he answered his doorbell, his 12-year-old daughter briefly opened the apartment door before he intervened. It's so scary and sad. And the FBI concluded that, so the suspect who they think did it was Claudio Manuel Valente, who carried out a mass shooting at Brown University 2 days earlier. So, I don't know. That seems a little convenient. They're like, who can we put this death on?
I know. That all seemed very suspicious. And that was even before people started to connect it to the other missing and deceased scientists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would he do both? Like, why would he seek out this particular scientist? I don't know. I don't consider that solved. I'm sorry, those in charge. And I do sometimes wonder when they're like, nothing suspicious here, if what's happening under the radar that we just can't know as the public.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then there's William Neal McCasland, and he was a major general, former commander in the Air Force Research Laboratory, and he oversaw classified space weapons programs. And he died, he went missing in February 27th, 2026, after leaving his New Mexico home the day before. He just left. Again, this is so weird to me. So many of these guys are just leaving. And women, they just walk out of their home and they're gone. Like, this is the third one that just left. One of them had a handgun and just were never seen again, left all their stuff behind.
Certainly not trying to I've just seen a few things where from the Epstein files, Epstein checking in about somebody's trumpet garden. And have I already talked to you guys about this, about how I think it's like the trumpet flower where shouldn't smell trumpet flowers, and it's referenced in Alice in Wonderland as well.
Oh,
Where you shouldn't smell trumpet flowers because it can kind of put you in a stupor where you become very you can be very easily influenced to do anything. And so if you concentrate the thing, I can't remember the substance from the trumpet flowers, but you become very easy to manipulate.
Oh gosh, that's so spooky.
And so some of these scientists just walking away from their homes and stuff, there's thought out there, no proof, but Epstein checking in about somebody's trumpet nursery, it could be a substance used to influence people that you want to maybe silence or
take their research and not have to give them credit, or whatever
or stop
it is.
them from whatever research they're doing because it's going to affect billionaires' pockets.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last official one on the list of the 11, but there are other people that are kind of added to this list, is Carl Grillmair. And he was shot and killed on his front porch on February 16th, 2026, at his rural property north of Los Angeles. And they have a suspect named Freddie Snyder. He was arrested the same day in a separate carjacking and burglary. And so, I don't know, that is another weird one to me. And he worked at, did I already say, the California Institute of Technology in astrophysics, galaxy collisions, search for water around exoplanets.
Yeah, that's
and
just
again,
crazy.
They're saying no connection to other cases are established.
Weird.
But then there's been other scientists that have stepped out saying, I'm not suicidal. Like they're saying, this is weird. I'm not suicidal. I'm scared. I've been getting threats. Like there's this guy named Joe Massiero.
Huh?
And he is quoted as saying in Newsweek, like recently in the past, like it just says 2026, doesn't tell me the actual date. It is really unfortunate to see a tragedy played out over and over again. And he has stated that he's not suicidal. He doesn't have any intention of ending his life. And he thinks it's very strange that this is happening. A former FBI official, Chris Swecker, has said that the pattern is consistent with how several foreign powers operate by abducting, blackmailing, torturing, and even killing scientists to gain intel. And that's kind of what the government is saying right now, like some of the people in the government, because there is like an investigation, an official federal investigation going on.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's pretty scary. I know I'm missing some.
Yeah, and then there was also it's apparently happening in China too. Researchers that have been working on the same stuff. There are a few more added to the list if you include them. So it goes all the way to the top.
All the way to the top. And like, this isn't new. I mean, anytime I think scientists make breakthroughs with like clean energy or free energy or anything like that, all the way back to the 70s, they disappear or they are suicided. And
yeah,
I mean, like,
crazy.
Just any like things that are going to affect billionaires' pocket is like, I mean, I think we're all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's like 10 Chinese scientists that are unexplained deaths. And they're all defense scientists. Like the Chinese ones are working in defense.
So crazy.
It just makes me so angry.
Strange.
Like, so selfish to, I mean, if it is what we think it is, which is they're being, what's the word? Like taken out? I don't know. I mean,
taken. I mean, yes, I think that they're being killed or taken. Like the ones that have just disappeared that we haven't found their bodies. It makes you wonder if they are alive somewhere.
Yeah.
Especially the guys that have just like walked away. They're alive somewhere, just being tortured for the information they have or forced to work on something.
It's I hate it.
Or put on a spaceship and sent to a new planet because this one's like about to explode or something, and they're like, we need the best and the brightest.
Like on the movie Don't Look Up.
Yeah. That's a great movie. It's weird. It's sad. There's like another one whose name I can't remember right now that was like actively reporting on the scientists, and he was making TikToks about it. And he was like kind of big in the like UFO world and space technology world, who also died suddenly. And I think that they made it look like suicide, but everyone's like, no way, this guy did not commit suicide. He like made statements, and I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah.
I know. I remember seeing stuff about him. Yeah.
He's blonde.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because it's just been so huge. But
Nettie, I think that you should expand on that and do a whole episode on it.
I probably won't.
Oh. Okay.
But because I've got such a long list of other things, but I thought it was a good thing for a FUF anyway.
Yeah.
I don't. Have you guys been watching like what's been going on with that singer? I always call him DeForvid in my head.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
I think that should be his name, DeForvid.
That's what I call him. But he kept her finger with his tattoo, his own tattoo she had like DeForvid tattooed on her finger.
Yeah.
And so you wonder, did he keep it as a souvenir because it had the tattoo, or did he keep it so people couldn't identify that he was somehow?
1,000% it was a trophy. 1,000%.
Oh, I'm so glad they caught him. Creepiest things. I watched this TikToker named Jenilyn, and so she kind of gave like just a quick little update on it. So he was like 17 or 18 and she was 11, and they met on like some like Discord channel or something, or Roblox or something. And then she followed him on his own Discord thing. And then she kept, she was having inappropriate interactions with him, and her parents found out, so they took her cell phone away. Did you guys hear what he did?
Yeah.
He sent a cell phone to her junior high, to her middle school, sent a cell phone for her so he could keep contacting her. And then she kept running away, and they kept finding her at his house. And then
How was
she
he
goes
not put in
missing.
jail then? Sorry.
Well, he should have been. I just think that it was just like, I don't know. I just sometimes think that sometimes investigators get lazy with the proof. I mean, I felt like this when I was watching the
Also,
Trust Me,
Also,
False
she's
Prophet.
a person of color, and a lot of times they're marginalized, and she wasn't
yeah.
from like the most affluent family.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't know what they reported to the police. Like, I don't know if they tried to take care of it. Because often, sometimes if you're, a person of color, you're hesitant to contact the police because you feel like it's not going to be taken seriously.
1,000%.
Not going to be taken seriously. But I was going to say, like in the Trust Me, False Prophet thing, when they had all of this evidence that they were giving that this guy was sexually abusing young girls. Mm-hmm. And the officers just kept being like, not enough evidence. Oh, I wish we could do something, but it's just not enough evidence. I don't feel
so
comfortable until I have. And I kind of feel like it's almost like this easy, like, we still need to see more. And it's just not taking victimization of young girls seriously.
And then the FBI agent who was involved later, seeing the evidence that she gave the cops, she was like, this was enough.
Yes. I'm so glad she said that. Oh, I loved her. If you guys have not watched Trust Me, False Prophet, it is worth a watch. It's so good.
Yeah.
Let me I can't do this. Trying to get you guys back up on my screen. I'm lost yet. There you are.
Hey.
I found you now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and then the other thing I've been following on TikTok is the Missy Bevers.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Trial. So
Are you following that guy? I think we've sent each other a couple of TikToks.
The social sleuth?
Yes. But
spelled Slooth.
What?
I feel like he's going to get in trouble. He keeps saying that it's been solved, but nobody's like made an arrest, and I just worry that he's going to get in trouble or something for slander.
But did you watch the video of the guy that he thinks is the suspect, the guy that he thinks did it, like back to back with the video that they have? I'll tell you in just one second. With back to back with the video they have of the killer.
Yes, and
but
they've had those videos of the two suspects with their weird gaits, like the weird ways they walk, compared for a couple of years now.
I had never seen that one of him in the office, like where he just, because you only see him for a second, where he stands up. That's the first time I'd seen it, was with the social sleuth. Missy Bevers was that woman that that was murdered. Like what?
In
when
a
was
church.
it?
It was in 2015, I think, 2014 or 15.
15?
She was a CrossFit or some sort of like fitness instructor that taught at a local church. And somehow somebody came in full tactical gear and murdered her. And it's just been unsolved for all these years. And there's a TikToker that is apparently a private investigator and has been working on like trying to reveal. But he's
a former homicide detective and a private investigator.
Yeah.
I completely missed all of this.
Well, I mean, yeah, we've sent some stuff on our sister chat.
Quite a bit on the sister chat. Haley's like, I will rewatch.
How did I miss it?
I
miss stuff on the sister chat too sometimes, which is weird because I'll be like, I feel like I watched everything.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a crazy
I've been
case.
Fascinated.
Yeah. So, I mean, I hope they make an arrest. I hope that they have more than just like comparing the walk, because I feel like that's something that is not going to hold up enough in court, probably.
Well, I'm assuming he has more, because there was also the police corruption angle where it was like the investigator. I can't remember the details. I'm going to say I'm wrong, but there was something with one of the investigators where that investigator should have recused himself from the investigation because he...
It's like related to somebody,
relationship or something. And then there was something with someone trying to protect that guy. Oh, they were saying that this suspect, whose name I can't remember, that they ruled him out. Like they looked at him and they ruled him out because they said he was bedridden. And then that video they were showing of him was taken during the time he was supposedly bedridden.
This is ringing a bell.
In an office walking around.
Okay. Yeah.
He was like, does he look bedridden to you? And I was like, well, he does look a little hobbly. Like, he looks like he struggles to get up a little bit. Then when you watch the video of the person in tactical gear, you're like, he's also hobbly, which is why I always thought it was a woman. I was like, that looks like it could be a woman dressed like it padded up and wearing shoes that are too big because they're walking a little hobbly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just such a crazy case. I really hope they get answers.
And I think she was like either in a separation or in the process of getting divorced. So there was just a lot happening.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll keep you posted if we find out more on the Missy Bevers stuff. And then, the worst is like, I've been tuning in to the Tanner Horner trial. I don't even want to talk about that for very long because it's just the most horrific thing in the world.
Very awful.
The death of Athena Strand. And they've been spending a significant amount of time talking about his autism diagnosis and his special ed services, to which part of me is like, I understand what the defense is doing. They're trying to say, look, he didn't receive the support he needed afterwards. But I'm also like, we don't expect that people with an autism diagnosis, it's not the norm to go and kill a little girl.
No.
And I just feel like this is someone who is a bad person, and whether or not he received services are it's kind of beyond the scope.
Like having a disability does not excuse you from bad behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's such a sad
that
one.
Sounds so awful. Well,
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have anything happy?
Oh, well,
talk
I mean,
about?
since we were just talking about neurodivergence, I saw this thing and it really kind of rocked me because it was like somebody on TikTok like showed a bumper sticker that said like honk if you like pizza. And they were like, hey, neurodivergent people, this doesn't mean to actually honk if you like pizza. And it showed all these people being like, what? Like, because they're like, no, it's like a meta joke. Like you're a really, really bad driver. So you put a sticker that's like honk if you blah, 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 whatever it is. So you can
Oh my
pretend
gosh.
that every time somebody honks at you, that you're like, oh, they must love pizza. It's not because I'm a bad driver. And they
I
just
never
like,
knew that was the case.
no, they just explained this whole thing. And it made me laugh so hard because when I saw the first part, like, it doesn't mean honk, I was also like, wait, what? And then now I'm like, am I on the spectrum? Like there are other reasons that I've asked myself that before too,
Possibly.
but who knows?
Well, the
Who
answer
knows?
is yes, everyone's on the spectrum.
That's true. Yes.
It's a spectrum. Yes,
It's a
that is
spectrum.
true.
We're all on it.
Oh.
So
Hey, gals.
Yeah.
Anything? Thank you. That actually made me laugh and that made me smile. I feel like there's so many. I always feel like we never have enough time, but I also know that we've got a couple more episodes to record, and we're already going to submit this one late to our listeners. So,
yes, let's get
anything
this going.
else before we wrap this up?
No, thank you so much for
are we-
listening. Oh, did you want to what?
I was going to say, so just make sure, I think Haley will be our next Tuesday episode, and you won't know what that topic is because we don't even know yet. I don't even know if she knows. She's just going to wing it.
I'm not telling
She-
anyone.
I'm
Okay,
excited
Emily, I'll
to
let
find
you.
out. Okay, yes, thank you so much for listening. Again, this was one of our bonus episodes, our follow-up Friday, or FUF as we like to call it. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. I know I've had some feedback from friends and people that I know that they love our FUF episodes. So tune in if you love the banter, skip it if you don't. And as always, send us an email at thespookydarlings@gmail.com. We love to hear from our listeners. Rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.
5 stars. Before we disappear into the shadows, don't forget, we're still sending out vinyl stickers. Leave us a rating and review and email us proof to thespookydarlings@gmail.com, along with your mailing address, and we'll send you some spooky snail mail while supplies last. And if your heart is still mourning that tote bag, may we gently tempt your way toward our merch store at thespookydarlings.printful.me. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Thanks for listening. And as always, stay spooky.